going to remember some stuff. So we're moving on to chapter 4, okay? And we are reviewing slope and y-intercept. Jaden and Joel. Not right now. Okay? Okay? If I gave you the equation y equals negative 2/3 x plus 5, what is the slope of that line? What is it? What is the slope? Negative 2/3. Good. Remember, what's the equation? Y equals m. Come on, pen. Mx plus b, right? Which one of those is the slope? The m or the b? My m. And then the b is our y-intercept. There we go. So now let me ask you. Y equals negative 2/3 x plus 5. What's the slope? The negative 2/3. Okay. Slope is m. Y-intercept is b. So the slope is negative 2/3. And our y-intercept is, that's the 5. Good. Good. I'm going to run out of room. I'm going to put it next to it. Okay, I'm going to run out of room. What's up? You don't think you have the right one?
What do you mean? Yeah, mine say like. Oh, you got the wrong thing. You did.
Alright, let's look at my next one. So if I have y equals negative x, what is our slope going to be?
I don't really know.
What number is attached to the x? It's kind of invisible. A negative one. Right? There's a negative right there. Yeah, you were good. And our y-intercept, well, what's being added to the end? A 0. Yeah, there you go. So our y-intercept is going to be a 0 for that one. All right, number 3. I'm not a fan of how number 3 is set up. Okay, you see how it's negative y plus 3 equals 9x? Yeah, the y and the 9x are on the wrong sides. Do you agree with me? So let's add add y to the other side, and then subtract 9x over. Are you okay if I switch those pieces? So if I bring y to the other side, now it's positive, right? And if I move 9x over, now it's negative. I did not move the 3. The 3 is fine. Did I lose anybody?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, you put the negative.
I added y to the other side, and I subtracted 9. So I moved them both across the equal sign. So now that we have y equals negative 9x plus 3, what is your slope? Our slope is negative 9, and our y-intercept is going to be positive 3. Number 4 is almost nice. At least I have y on one side by itself, right? But there's still a negative 2 being multiplied to it. So how can I get rid of that negative 2? We can do what? The other one. Opposite of that. So when you distribute something, you multiply. So what's the opposite of that? Divide. I didn't. I'm sorry. Okay, so you're going to divide each piece by negative 2. This gives me y equals, so what's negative 4 divided by negative 2, Isaiah? What's negative 4 divided by negative 2?
Negative 4.
Positive 2, all right. And then I get 12 divided by negative 2. Leland, what's that? I'm going to take it. I already called his name. You were still doing something. What is 12 divided by negative 2?
Negative 6.
Thank you. So now, what is my slope going to be? Slope is 2. There you go, I heard it. And what's our y-intercept? Negative 6.
Give me a trim. Wait, what are you working? Yeah, you're working.
Ooh.
It's gonna explode! What?
Alright, our last one is a word problem, but that's okay. We're just pulling information out of it. Okay? In 1939, moviegoers could see Gone with the Wind for 23 cents per ticket. From 1939 to 2015, the rate of increase in the cost of the movie ticket was about 11 cents per year. Write an equation that models the cost of a movie ticket as it changes from 1939 to 2015. All right, ready? So how did my ticket price change? What did it say? 11 cents per year. Is that the slope? Is that how it moves? Or is that the y-intercept where you begin? It's my slope. Okay, that's going to be how we change each year. So I'm going to write that as, I'm going to do 0.11. You just want to do x. Let's keep it x. Okay, so 0.11x is how we're changing. Okay, what did my price begin at?
23 cents.
Yeah, 23 cents.
23 cents. 23.
Good. Okay. You want to make it to equal C, equal T? What do you want? C for cost? That's fine. I'm just going to do C for cost. That's fine. You could do T for ticket. All right, now it specifies from 1939 to 2015. Okay, specifically, how many years is that?
No, that's specifically 100.
Specifically. I know, it's a hard one to say. Specifically.
Specifically, it's 102 years. And it's what? It's 102 years.
2015 minus 1939 is 76 years. Okay? I also have a calculator. Okay, so over 76 years, right? I'm going to times that by my 11 cents. So 76 times 0.11. And then I'm going to add that to my 0.23. We're going to get about $8.59. So that predicts in 2015 it was about $8.59 for a movie ticket, which sounds about right. Yes. Sorry. You're not even looking. That's why you can't see it. Don't even. You know I'm right.
No, but I didn't look. I couldn't see anything. Where are you at?
All right. Is any of this like bringing information back, hopefully, to the front of your brain? We've talked about slope, but hold on. You know that word. We've talked about slope. We've talked about y-intercept. Okay. So nothing today really is new. We're just pulling information, okay, and writing it as an equation. Okay? You know how to do this stuff. So when it wants us to write things as slope-intercept form, we need the slope, which is our m, and we need the b, which is our y-intercept.
I was stretching, bro. That's why I look like that.
Okay? Remember, our slope is how we move. Slope is going to be the m value because it's how we move from point to point. Okay, so the m is for move. Okay, remember that was our change in y divided by the change in x. Okay, and then our y-intercept. Our y-intercepts is where we put the b value because it's where we begin our line on the y-axis. Okay, so that's usually the first point you plot, and then the slope is how you move from that point. Okay, and then we have an xy. Okay, because it says y equals mx plus b. Your xy, those are just, it's a coordinate point that's on the line. Okay, point on a line. Okay, so each letter represents something. Okay. So if we plug in an x and a y, it comes from the same point. Okay. All right, our first example. Are we still writing this down?
No, I'm here.
Our first example says write an equation of the line that passes through -8, 6, and has a slope of -3/4. Okay, so what did they give me? -8, 6 is a point, correct?
Yeah.
Yes? So they've given me an x and a y. I have an x of -8, and I have a y of 6 is what they've given me. And then over here, a slope of -3/4. They've given me the m part of my equation. Okay? We know this is my m. Okay? But if we're writing it in slope-intercept form, I need my b. That's the part that we have to have. When we write it in slope-intercept form, we need to put a value in for our m and put a value in for our b. Okay? So we have to use what we have to find the b. So we're going to start with our equation. Y equals mx plus b. B being the piece that is missing right now. And let's plug in what I have. Instead of a y, what's going to go in its spot? What's the value for y? What's the value for y? 6. There you go.
See, I'm paying attention.
Do I have a value for my m?
Yes.
Yep. What is it? There you go.
Is that 6 or B?
What makes sense?
And then put the -8 as the edge.
And I have a value for my x. And we do not have a b. B is what's missing. All right. Let's find my b. I can easily find it. Let's multiply that -3/4 and the -8 together. Okay? Work smarter, not harder. You have calculators. Okay? You got this. -3/4. If you type that in, I know you all got one. Okay? -3 divided by 4 gives you -0.75, right? And then you're going to multiply it by -8.
6 times 4 equals
That's 25. That's 27. Watch it be 27.
And we get 6.
I was close.
Here, let's do it this way. Here, I'll do it even better.
No, why? It's the why.
What's -3 times -8?
24.
Positive 24. Okay? And then so that becomes 24. What's 4 times 1?
4 times 1 is 24. 24.
4 times 1
Oh,
is just 4, right? I think this will help you see it better. What is 24 divided by 4? 6. I wrote way too big. So 6 equals 6 plus b. So what am I going to do to get the b by itself? Minus my 6 over. I wrote too big. I know I did. So what is 6 minus 6? 0. So I get a value of b that is 0. Technically, no. So when I have my equation, y equals blank x plus b, my m we already had, which is -3/4, right, Jaden? -3/4, and the b value on the end, we can say plus 0. Do I have to write plus 0? No, you don't have to. Okay, but But I like putting in placeholders so you can see exactly where they are going. Okay. No.
Yo, it's
Martin Luther King.
it's Martin Jackson.
Martin Jackson. His birthday.
Who is that?
It's Malcolm X's birthday.
I'm telling y'all. I don't got nothing to do about it. I thought it was MLK.
No, no, that means
You said
Magic Johnson.
Oh, Magic.
All right, we're going to do another one. Write an equation of a line that passes through the point 7, 5 and has a slope of 3. Okay? Just like last time, I have a point and I have a slope. So I have an xy and I have an m. Okay? That's a problem because in my equation, I need to replace the m and the b. Okay? Y equals something x, something else. We need to replace the the m. My goodness. So this is going to be a number. Don't write it down yet. And our b is going to be a number. That's what we have to put in their spots. Do I know any of those values? What did they give me? Did they give me slope or did they give me y-intercept? They gave me a slope. Is that my m or is that my b? That is my m. So we're going to change this m to a 3. Okay. So far we have that much. Do I have a y-intercept? Not yet. They gave me a y, but not a y-intercept. Okay, so they didn't tell me where it started. This 7, 5, it's an xy, so it's a different point on the graph. So to find that missing piece, I'm going to put 5 in for y. We have 3. My x is a 7. And we're missing our b value. Like that. Okay? So the red is what was given to me in my equation. They gave me the point, 7, 5. They gave me an m value of 3. 3 times 7 is 21. And what's our last step to get the b by itself?
Subtract.
Yeah, we're going to subtract 21 from both sides. So what is 5 minus 21?
Negative 26. Wait, oh.
Close. Not 26. It's negative
And 26. Oh, yeah.
16.
Negative 16. And 16. I was close.
It's negative 16. That's my b value. So now I can plug that in its spot. So we have negative 16. And this is the equation of my line. All right. Not right now. Nope.
Wait, I wasn't done.
You're not done? All right. I'll give you a second. We're going to go on to baking. Okay. We have a word problem. We're going to pull information from it and write our equation. Okay. Marissa is baking a recipe that calls for her mom to turn down the temperature on her oven for part of the baking time. Write an equation to represent the situation if the temperature on her oven drops 25 degrees Fahrenheit every 30 seconds, and after 2 minutes, the temperature is 350 degrees. Okay? So this is like the warm-up, where we have we're going to write an equation to generalize, and then we're going to put in the information that we know. Okay? How can I write what's happening with the oven? Where does it, do we know where it's starting? Well, we know that's how it's dropping, but we don't know where it's starting. Right? Where does it say that? Well, it hasn't told us. It hasn't told us yet. Okay? So, we have y equals, hold on. We're going to have y equals, we know it's dropping 25 degrees. Right? There we go. So, down 25 degrees. Every 30 seconds. So you want to put an S right here for seconds? Is that okay? Okay. Plus, so we don't know where it began at. Okay, so we're not sure. Okay. I'm gonna put a T right here for temperature. You can. I like to make my letters make sense. So I'm gonna say the temperature of the oven equals dropping 25 degrees each
Minute. Yeah, 30 seconds.
every 30 seconds. How can we do this? Every 25 seconds, every 30 seconds.
It's really 30 times 4. 2 minutes. 60. 30, 50.
So it's dropping every 25 degrees every 30 seconds. Like that. What is our temperature?
450.
How did you get that?
Because it's just 30 seconds for it.
Yeah, that's what I just
Okay,
said.
how did you get that?
2 minutes. 2 minutes and 30. 2 minutes is really 30 seconds.
How am I writing this wrong?
It'll just be like 2 minutes.
My temperature is 350 degrees. And we did times 4 because that's
Yeah, it's 2 minutes.
30 seconds 4 times, right? 25 times 4 plus we don't know. There we go. Sometimes it's better to work backwards. Okay? We know the temperature is 350 degrees. Okay? We know we're dropping 25 degrees, so I should have my negative. Okay?
So 350 is the starting.
And my time was 2 minutes. Okay? So that means it dropped a total of 4 times because it's dropping every 30 seconds. Does that make sense where it's coming from?
350 is, yeah.
And then we don't know where it started. So what is negative 25 plus 4?
Huh?
What is negative 25 plus 4?
But negative 21.
No, bro. Where do you got 21 from, bro? It is negative 21.
Yes, it is negative.
Negative 25 times 4
Oh,
is
times
going to
4.
give you negative 400. I'm sorry.
It's negative 100.
And then if I add the 100 over, there's your 450. So you weren't wrong. I just wanted to know where you got it from. Okay? So that proves that the oven did start at 450 degrees. Yes. Not yet. Okay? So to write the temperature at any given time, we're going to say y equals negative 25x plus 450. Okay? So x is your 30-second time periods, and then y would be the temperature of the oven.
Slow down, Miss Bevel.
Okay.
Please answer nicely, bro. Please.
Yep.
I thought it was gonna be 425. Say that one time. Wait.
All right. So again, we started with what we had. It told us that the oven was at 350 degrees after our temperature dropped 25 degrees each 30 seconds, and that happened for 2 minutes. So we know it dropped 4 times. So that's where the 4 came from. That's how we found our starting value of 450. And then we could write the equation to find the temperature at any given time. All right. Our next one's a nice multiple choice problem. So let's try this. Okay. The total monthly cost of, y'all gotta help me with this one. Isa's gym membership increases by $5 per class that she attends. After signing up for 4 classes 1 month, her total cost is $49.99. Which equation represents Isa's total monthly cost Y after attending the classes? Okay. So what is our slope? Let's start there. How is it changing? The 5. So like, see how it says $5 per class? That usually indicates the slope of how it changes per something. Okay. So I can go ahead and mark off 2 of my options. Which ones can I mark off?
A
and B.
A and B.
Good, because they were negative. Good. Okay, so we know my slope is 5.
Right.
How do we know where my gym membership started? Okay, so again, let's use what they gave us to find what we need. We know her cost is $49.99. We know that came from $5 per class. How many classes did she do?
4.
She did 4 classes, but we don't know what the starting membership was. So the B is where it begins. That's the starting membership. Okay. So what is 5 times 4?
20.
It is 20. Good. So 20 plus B. There we go. And my last step is going to be minus 20 from both sides. So it's going to be $29.99. So that's our starting membership, which means that our equation has to be C.
I knew it.
Good.
Oh, I put the line on.
All right. We're going to do one problem on the back. Okay. We're just going to do one of these. These are actually pretty quick and easy. I do want to show you one of them, and then I'll come stamp. Determine whether the given point on the line. Determine whether the given point is on the line. So all it wants you to do is plug in an X and Y and see if we get a true statement or not. That's all it's asking us to do. Okay. So it gives me the point 3, -1. So we're going to plug in, is 3 going to be the X or the Y?
Y. I mean X.
3 is my X, -1 is my Y. So instead of Y equals, we're going to say -1 equals 1/3 times, there's a 3 right there, and then plus 5. It just wants to know, do both sides equal each other? Okay, that's all we're having to do right here. What is 1/3 times 3?
1/6.
What if I did this? What if I, hold on, what if I did that? It becomes 3/3, which is
1 whole.
just 1.
Oh.
So this becomes a 1 plus 5, and what's 1 plus 5?
6.
6. Is that -1? Is that the same thing? No. Okay. So we're going to say no. So the point 3 -1 is not on that line. Okay.